We start tonight with breaking news. A large grass fire has burned over 900 acres in Sacramento County. It also burned some structures and threatened several homes.
The Excelsior Fire is burning in the area of Excelsior Road and Jackson Road, just south of the community of Mather. The whole area in the middle of a red flag warning.
Now, this is a live look at some of the buildings that were damaged by that fire.
And crews are still battling it as we speak. There's no word just yet on the full extent of the damage there.
Good evening. I'm Luke Clary.
And I'm Alicia Machado. Thank you for joining us.
Now we have live team coverage here tonight with ABC 10's Gabriel Porras and meteorologist Brendan Minship on this fire and the red flag warning. Now, this is the first one issued so far this year.
Let's get right out to Gabriel, who has been in Sacramento County for hours now. And Gabriel, people still are not allowed to go back into their homes, right?
That's right. Several people remain out of their homes this evening. It's just been a stressful afternoon, stressful day really for many of them. You can see the firefight is still active here. It's also been a stressful time though for first responders who have been trying to put out this blaze. But the good news is that things are getting better. Just a few minutes ago there was a hot spot that popped up, but the posture here on the ground has been more relaxed.
From the air and on the ground, Sacramento County fire crews raced to stop progress on this wildfire near Excelsior and Jackson Road Sunday.
Bulldozers, hand crews, fire engines, and again our fixed wing and rotary wing aircraft all fighting this blaze.
Those efforts proving successful just after 2 p.m. What was once a towering plume of smoke reduced to a small cloud, but not before people were forced to evacuate from their homes.
We have not had any confirmation of any homes that have been lost, but we have had multiple outbuildings that have been lost. We're going to have more information as the night progresses and we can get into some of these areas that were heavily burned.
Even with control growing on this fire, the threat continues in the upper Sacramento Valley, including Butte County, where CAL FIRE Captain Dan Collins is stationed.
The relative humidity essentially dries out all the fuels that's in around it, and the wind creates basically fuel for the fire. So anytime you have low relative humidities and high wind, it's just a potential cocktail for a fire to start. And
that time is now. Those conditions force forecasters to put nearly 500,000 Northern Californians under a red flag warning.
Just be cognizant of the dry conditions and the wind that does persist with it.
While acres of land have already gone up in flames in Butte and Sacramento counties today, officials say there's more to burn, but they're hoping it won't.
If you are operating equipment, you want to do that before 10 a.m. when the temperatures are cooler and the relative humidities are higher. One less spark from you guys will hopefully cause one less fire for us to respond to.
And we don't know what caused this fire here in Sacramento County quite yet, but those are definitely some good tips for anyone as these dangerous conditions continue and as many fire crews are tied up here trying to battle this fire. I can tell you we've seen crews from Davis, from Woodland, from Clements, all over the Northern California trying to battle this blaze. But again, good news is that they are starting to get a handle out here. That's the latest live here in Sacramento County. Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
All right, good to see that progress on this fire. Thank you, Gabriel.
And we will be following this fire closely. The wind not making this firefight easy, but meteorologist Brendan Minship is tracking some changes.
Yeah, positive changes for now in the way the wind is blowing. So we had that north wind in the valley for much of the daytime, but you take a look at the letters here, and we're not seeing as many ends to start. So this means winds are now coming out of the west. That would be a delta breeze, west-southwest, west-northwest, west-northwest, even some southerly winds in Sacramento right now. Marysville, Oroville seeing some westerly winds. This is good news. The delta breeze brings cooler air and some more moist air as well. So this will help to bring the fire risk down for a little bit until tomorrow when that fire risk is going to go back up, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Current relative humidity will take time to recover, but it will get better as that delta breeze comes on in, about 25% in Sacramento and across the valley. I'll tell you what, though, it has been an active fire day across California. Take a look at this one, the Point Fire burning in Sonoma County. The cameras in Napa County. We have a fire up near Shasta Lake. This is the Hidden Fire. This is in Shasta County there. And then the Post Fire, which is down in Southern California, right along the Grapevine, I-5. This is Bald Mountain, and this is Whitaker Peak. That fire is over 12,000 acres at this point, and that fire danger will continue tomorrow. Red flag warning now for everybody in the valley. That continues until Tuesday morning. So red flag warning, again, I'll emphasize it, covers the entirety of the Sacramento and San Joaquin valleys. Winds tomorrow will be gusting out of the north 25 to 35 miles per hour. And then humidity levels on Monday will be in the single digits, and we won't get the Delta breeze, which means we won't have the overnight recovery Monday into Tuesday, which is why that red flag warning now continues until Tuesday morning. I'll time all this out on Futurecast a little later in the show. Luke and Alicia.
All right, we'll check back in with you in just a bit, Brendan. And remember, you can get breaking news alerts like this sent to your phone. You can find the ABC 10 app on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store.
A fire burning in Butte County is now 70% contained. We first told you about the June's fire burning in the area of Palermo Highway just yesterday. At least 2 structures were destroyed and over 1,000 acres have been burned. So far, no one has been hurt.